Originally from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and has been performing magic for 40 years. Excuse me, 20 years. Currently, he performs for the Spotlight Entertainment and is president of the local fellowship of Christian musicians. Please help me welcome to the stage, Tim Ward.
Hello, Tulsa. Awesome. Glad to be here. My name is Tim Ward. As she said, I am a magician. Now, one thing I'm going to do, most of the time they don't introduce me as a mentalist, but tonight I'm not going to do typical magic. I am going to do mentalism tonight. For the show of hands, how many of y'all have ever heard of mentalism? 3 of you. Awesome. Good deal. This is a good night. Good night to be here. Well, for those 3 of you that raise your hands, you guys are going to have a great time. The rest of you, just show this card here just a little bit. Gotcha. All right, well, basically, mentalism is magic of the mind. If it's done right, it looks like somebody can read your mind. It looks like somebody can tell the future. But I want to be very clear. People cannot do that, okay? Everything I do up here tonight is based on trickery, and it has a simple, usually a scientific explanation. And I'm going to show you several different ways that people use this. The most basic form of mentalism is called reading somebody's body language. Now, we've all had, or we've been talking to somebody, and as we're talking to them, we're just kind of looking at them and we listen to them, and we hear, and in our mind, we're thinking, man, you are so full of it. That happens to all of us. Now, how do you know? You know because of how you're reading their body language. And today I'm going to show you a little bit about that. We're going to see if we can figure out people in the audience and if they're lying to us or not. So I will need some volunteers. I need somebody, anybody at all. I will start picking, I promise you. Yes, sir. What's your name? Yes, sir. I'm sorry? Would you mind coming up here? Guys, give him a round of applause. I'm sorry, you said your name is Ricky? Nikki, all right. Are you good at lying? Yes, are you there? Oh, I should ask her first. Oh, got it. All right, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to have a little bag here. And I'm going to have you hold the bag in your hand. I'm going to show the audience exactly what we have in the bag. Actually, it's going to be rocks. All right, this is one. That's all right. We'll just do 4. All right, in the box, hold that bag open. I have several different boxes. Hold the bag open. I have 1, 2, 3 white rocks, and I have 1 black rock. Okay? Now what I want you to do is I'm going to give these a little shake. I want you to reach up there and just kind of give it a little shuffle, that way we don't know. Like that. Making me want to cough. Grab your bag and just kind of shake them up a little bit. All right, I want you to reach inside the bag, and I don't want to know what you get. Go ahead and reach in and grab one out. As a matter of fact, don't even look at what it is. Reach and just hold it in your hand where nobody can see whatever you got, okay? You got it? Hold it to your chest, and I need the bag. All right, now we're going to need somebody else. Anybody else?
Go right ahead, sweetheart.
I'm sorry? I'm sorry, I can barely see. Come on up, darling. Awesome. What's your name? Allison? All right. How old are you, Allison? 11, guys. Give Allison a round of applause. I want you to reach inside the bag, and don't look at what you get. Just grab one out and hold it to your chest, Allison. You got it? All right, now I'm going to need 2 other people. 2 other people. You, sir, you just been volunteered by your wife? Would you stand over here by Allison? What's your name? Glenn. Glenn. Give Glenn a round of applause.
All right, Glenn.
Reach in and grab one out. I need 1 more person. Come on up, bro. What's your name? Kathy. Give Kathy a round of applause, please. Go ahead and take the last one there, Kathy. If you guys could take 1 step back for me, please. Excuse me. Got it. Okay, give me the bag. Take 1 step back for me. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to ask each of these people, do you have the black rock? When I ask you that, I want your answer to be, yes, I have the black rock. I don't care what you have, your answer is, yes, I have the black rock. Does that make sense? Okay, what this means is, 3 of these people are going to be lying to me. One of them is going to be telling the truth. It's going to be our job to try to figure out which one is lying. You understand? Your answer is, yes, I have the black rock.
Yes, I have the
Okay. Most people wait till I ask the question. Okay, now, I don't know if you guys caught this or not, but her head was actually bobbing up and down and actually going a little bit more to the right than to the left. That does mean something. I'll get back to you here in a minute. Do you have the black rock?
Yes, I have the black rock.
Now, he had a totally different response. His head did go down, but his eyes almost shut. Almost like he's trying to hide from you. Are you married?
Yes.
Makes a lot of sense now. Do you have a black rock? Okay, now him, totally different. His left arm actually moved, but his hand actually went up, but it still went to the right. A little different, a little different. Do you have a black rock? Wow. I'll come back down here. That was good. What grade are you in? Oh, good. I'm asking you again, do you have a black rock?
Yes,
There you go. Show everybody your white rock. Show everybody your white rock. Guys, give her a hand. Give her a hand. Now, guys, how I knew she was actually lying is she changed up everything she did. The last time she was talking, her head was moving up and down. This time, she specifically looked straight at me, and it was just real stern. And I knew she was changing things up. That's how I knew she was lying. So we're going to try to keep going with everybody else. Same question, same answer. Do you have the black rock?
Yes, I have the black rock.
All right, this time, instead of closing his eyes, he intentionally went up and to the right. Do you have the black rock? About the same. Do you have the black rock? You just scared me. Do you have the black rock?
Yes, I have the black rock.
This time, totally different. All 3 times he's giving me something different. That indicates he's trying to hide. Show everybody your white rock, please. Guys, give him a round of applause. All right, could you come over here for me, please? Same question, same answer. Do you have the black rock?
Yes, I have the black rock.
Do you have the black rock? I've honestly never had somebody this close together. Now, when they're this close together, it means one of 2 things. It means either one of them is really, really good at lying, or one of them is really, really bad. All right, this time, because I'm getting a little confused on YouTube, I'm going to do a little different. I'm going to say, do you have the black rock? I just want you to say no. I just want you to say no. I'm not going to watch them because they're confusing me with their body language. You can still watch them. I just want to hear your voice. Your answer is no. Do you? Where are you from?
Here.
You're from Tulsa? Where'd you go to high school?
Olio.
Tulsa? Yeah, I'll talk slow. Your answer is no. Do you have the black rock?
No.
Do you have the black rock? You're lying. You do have the black rock. Show everybody your white rock over here. Show everybody your black rock. Guys, give them a round of applause. All right. Now, guys, actually, Rachel actually introduced me, said I was been performing for 20 years, which is true. I've been performing since I was 7, so not 20 years. Actually, it is 40 years.
Oh, my.
I actually grew up right here, about a mile away from this theater, so it's actually an honor to be here. My brother played in this theater when I was a little boy, so it's pretty great. Now, a lot of people ask me how I got into mentalism. I was doing magic at a young age. Mentalism I didn't start until I was in college. And it was then I found out that I had an ability to start reading people and to start telling if somebody was telling me a lie or not, or just being able to tell. Sometimes I could go a little further and actually tell what they were thinking. I don't believe it's any clairvoyant. I really just believe it's reading body language. All I believe it is. For instance, I went to TU. I would see like a very pretty girl across the campus. I'd walk across the field, and before I even talked to her, I knew her answer would be no. It's amazing. It's amazing. All right, I'm going to show you how this works. Ma'am, can I use you? You can stay right there, okay? What's your name? Colette. Have we ever met before? We have not. Awesome. You sound totally different on the phone. All right, Colette, I want you to, I'm going to ask you a question, okay? And I just want you to answer me honestly, yes or no, okay? And I'll be able to tell everybody in this audience whether or not you're lying or telling the truth. It's your choice, okay? Colette, at this point in time, right now, tonight, would you consider going on a date with me? Oh, I'm sorry. No, she's telling the truth, folks. She's telling the truth. All right. I'll tell you, just a little joke. Let me ask you a question. I'm going to have you think of any word in the English language, okay? Any word. I want it just to be a real word. Something everyday, whatever. No. No, just don't make it up. Just make sure it's a real word. All right? Now, you got that word in your head right now? Wouldn't it be impressive if I were to have a sheet of paper in my chest over here? Oh my gosh, wouldn't it be impressive if I had that word printed on a sheet of paper over here without even you telling me what it was? She actually copied it. It is what it's it's just a little joke. But the point is, people cannot really read that. You know, when I read the script for tonight, I don't quite remember your name. Very good, very good, very good. All right, now that's just a little joke. We are going to do a little test, though. I got a few books. Now, what I was going to do, what was your word, by the way? All right, pass what? Wow, okay, now I would have never got that. Well, the reason why I don't, normally I used to ask people for their words, and I would always get words like bike, or blue, or ball, and I really didn't like that. I never got somebody, I guess with an education, I don't know. Yeah.
You don't eat meat, but you eat fish.
Oh, okay, got you. Like pescar, okay, got you. Very, very nice. All right, I will need a helper. I actually spoke to somebody in the audience. I forgot the gentleman's name. I need a beautiful assistant, but he's going to do it anyway. What's your name, sir?
Eric.
Eric, would you come on up? Guys, give Eric a round of applause. Eric, I was asking people before the show who was a jokester in the room, and everybody at your table pointed to you. Would you consider yourself a jokester?
Somewhat.
Okay, I'm going to have you stand right there for just a second, and I'm going to have you help me out, and here in a minute I'll get you up on stage. Now I have two books that I'm going to pass out. I'm going to try to figure out, I'm going to need two people just sit in your seat and go over these books with me. The books I have right now, The Notebook and 50 Shades of Grey. Guys, remember the women that smiled for 50 Shades of Grey. All right, The Notebook is probably the world's most sweetest and cutest love story, and no matter how good your love life is, it's not that good. I don't even have to tell you about this because you got children in the room. That's all right. Now I'm going to need, who would be my notebook girl in the room? Who would be my notebook girl? What's your name, ma'am? Jody? Thank you, sir. That's your wife? Would you hand that to her, please? Now, I need my 50 Shades girl. Who's my 50 Shades girl? Don't everybody point. Okay. What's your name, ma'am? Dawn. Would you go ahead and Dawn for me? And for my jokester, I have a book of jokes. Okay. What I want you to do right now is I'm going to have you tell me when to stop. Anywhere in the book. Anywhere in the book. Right here. Just tell me what page that is.
70.
70. Go to page 70 in both of the books, please. 70. Where's my 50 Shades of Girl? What's your name again, ma'am?
Dawn.
Don, I need you to think, look at page 70, you got that up? And look at the first word on the page. You got that?
Yeah.
Now I need you to think of that word and kind of try to send it to me. Use all capital letters. I know that doesn't make sense, but try to picture that in all capital letters for me, okay? I need you to look up here, please. Awesome. This is a long word, isn't it? Let me ask you a question. Does this word start with the letter F? Keep thinking of it. Keep thinking of it. Does it end in ing? Pick different books next time. I don't know this. I'm going to go with this. For the first time, would you tell everybody what that word on that page is?
Fantasizing.
Fantasizing. That's what I have. Thank
Wow,
you.
very nice.
You gotta get that back. That's not a souvenir. Ma'am, that's mine. Goodness gracious. She had that for 4 minutes and already dog-eared some of the pages.
Just like all the other ones.
Where's my notebook girl? What's your name again, ma'am? Jody, awesome. You got page 70 up? Look at the first word on that page. Kind of get it in your mind. Now this, wow. Is this like is this a word or is it a number? It's a word. Okay, I mean, this is like really weird. Is it, is it like a license plate? Does that make any sense? It does not. I got a real good road trick you don't want to see. Okay, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and go with what I have. I'll tell you what, since I'm not sure, I'm just going to show you what I have, and if it makes sense, you just let me know, okay? What I wrote down is 125 L08. That makes sense? Doesn't make sense at all. I'll tell you what, I've never had this happen like, I'll tell you what, where's my dictionary lady? I'll tell you what, would you open up that dictionary for me, please? Would you go to page 125? Take your time, but hurry up. 125, and there's a right and left column. Go over to the left column for me, please. And go down to the 8th word. What is that word? Finger. What is your word? Finger, guys. Give me a round of applause. Right? Why does the notebook always come back quicker than the other one? I don't know. That's all right. Now, what did you think, sir? Eric, come on up, guys. Give Eric one more round of applause. Have you ever wanted to be a comedian? Yeah. Wow, okay. Guys, well, here's a joke book right here. Come on, just hold that. And here in a minute, I want you just to thumb through and stop on any page, and I want you to look at the first word on that page. Go ahead and thumb through it. Stop on any page you want. Look on the top left page, and you got the word? You got it? Maybe the book? Now what I want you to do is I want you to stand right here in center stage, and I want you to think of that word. And I want you to think of it in all capital letters, okay? All capital letters. On that word, the first letter, think of that, think of the first letter. I'm getting like a long vertical line and several horizontal lines. Is that right? Okay, let's go with the last letter. Again, think of it in a capital letter. The last letter. I'm still thinking of a long vertical line and a horizontal line. Is that right? Okay. Now this is a short word, isn't it? Okay, now be honest with me. Is there an A in your word? There is. Okay. Wow, I've never had somebody pick this word before, but We'll just go with it. We'll go with it. I'll tell you what, I'm going to ask you a few questions, okay? Think of your word. Is this something you like to do? Yeah. Is this something you do often? Every day? Is this something you might say, like, do on a first date? Yeah. Tell you what, think of this word. Just answer this last question honestly, okay? Whenever you think of this word, does it sometimes get a little messy? Yeah. Gotcha, okay. Now, for the first time, I'm going to ask you a question. Can I get your word right?
Yes.
What was your word?
Eat.
Heat. Thank you, guys. Guys, that is, don't tell him, that is a ride home conversation right there. I got one more thing I want to show you. This I've been doing, got you. This I've been doing for quite a while. I did set something up with somebody in the audience. Ma'am, could you come on up for me? Yeah, come on up on stage. What's your name? Trisha. Guys, give Trisha a round of applause. I have you and your boyfriend and some photo over here. Actually, stand behind my table. Now, before the show, we did something I've never mentioned before until then. Now, we actually had your boyfriend watch what we did. We actually shuffled the cards. What happened after, actually, you shuffled the cards.
I shuffled cards.
And then after you shuffled the cards, what happened to the cards?
I handed them to you, put it in here, and I put it in my pocket.
And you've had those cards the entire time. Okay, has anybody else touched those cards? Okay, now let me explain real quick why people use cards. We're going to kind of go through this kind of fast. Does anybody know why people use a deck of cards? Why would you choose that? It's actually to tell the future. Everything in a deck of cards corresponds to a unit of time. Okay? There are 52 cards in a deck because there's 52 weeks in a year. Everything corresponds to time. There are 13 numbers in a deck of cards from ace to king because 13 times a year the moon goes around the earth. There are 4 suits. There's hearts, spades, clubs, and diamonds because there's summer, spring, winter, and fall. There are 2 colors, red and black, to symbolize night and day. On every deck of cards, now I'm going to take out the top card. Okay? 9 of hearts. On every card, these little pictures are called pips, P-I-P-S. If you went through a deck of cards and added up all the pips, you would get 364 pips. They added a joker to make 365 to represent days in a year. In 1944, the U.S. playing card company added another joker, which symbolized 366 for leap years. So people believe that by shuffling up a deck of cards, you were literally shuffling up your time. You shuffled up that deck. I want you to take the top 5 cards and lay them out on the table, right on top of each other. Okay, put your hand on those for me. Now, because she shuffled up the deck, she shuffled up her time.